What's Leica barking about?
She has found the dogs in the sky, Kansas Major and Canis Minor.
Yeah, there they are. I see them.
Let's look through the scope and find M41.
February is a great month to see the two brightest stars in the night sky. If you follow the three stars in the belt of Orion toward the south, you will see a very bright star, the brightest star in the night sky, Sirius. Sirius is in the constellation Canis Major.
The most popular mythology about Kansas Major and Kansas Minor comes from the ancient Greeks. They are Orion's dogs out chasing a rabbit. The rabbit is the constellation Lepus. Another Greek story says that Kansas Major was the fastest dog in the world. He got into a chase with a fox, which was the fastest fox in the world. The chase went on and on and on and on. Finally, Zeus ended the chase by putting the dog, Kansas Major, in the night sky. Since the star Sirius is so bright, almost all of the civilizations in the ancient times have stories about it. The most popular story about Sirius comes from the ancient Greeks and Romans. They called it the dog star. During the hottest part of summer, Sirius can be seen right next to the sun as it rises in the east. The Greeks and Romans thought that Sirius was responsible for the heat. So when Sirius was seen with the sun at sunrise, it meant the start of the dog days of summer. The ancient Egyptians knew that when Sirius appeared with the sun in the morning sky, that meant that the Nile would soon flood and the farmers would ready the crops and land for the coming flood.
During December through March, you can see Sirius from about 60 degrees latitude in the northern hemisphere all the way to the South Pole in the southern hemisphere. Sirius is a binary star with a magnitude of minus 1.4. It is only 8.6 light years away from us. Sirius A is the primary star, the star you see when you look up in the night sky. Sirius B cannot be seen with the naked eye as it is a lot smaller. Sirius A is about twice the size of our Sun, while Sirius B is only about the same size as Earth. Sirius B orbits Sirius A once every 50 years. Sirius is also a quite young star, at only about 200 to 300 million years old. Observe Sirius with your telescope, and you will see the star appear to change color like a kaleidoscope, with flashes of red, green, blue, orange, and gold. It is best to view this as it rises in the east or sets in the west. Aim your scope 4 degrees south of Sirius, and you will find M41. M41 is an open cluster. It is 25 light years across and between 190 and 240 million years old. M41 contains several red giants, including a large giant near its center that is 700 times the luminosity of our Sun. M41 can be made out as a fuzzy patch with your naked eye. It is best viewed with binoculars or a telescope with a low-power eyepiece. Canis Major also includes several other open clusters with magnitudes of less than 10. NGC 2362 has a magnitude of 4.1. Moving to the southern hemisphere, we find the constellation Carina. There you will find a very bright star, Canopus. Canopus is the second brightest star in the sky, second only to Sirius.
Carina used to be part of a larger constellation. Originally, there was a huge constellation called Argo Navis, and Argo Navis was the ship Argo that Jason and the Argonauts sailed while seeking the Golden Fleece. Today, Argo Navis is split into 3 separate constellations. Carina is the keel of the ship. Pupus is the stern and Vela is the sails. The original Argo Navis constellation was so huge it spanned 75 degrees of the sky, so astronomers split it up to make it easier for astronomy purposes.
Canopus is an F-type supergiant. Its magnitude is minus 0.72 and is more than 15,000 times more luminous than our Sun. It is about 310 light years away. Another fascinating star in Carina is Eta Carinae. It is a star system of at least 2 stars. Eta Carinae is one of the great mysteries of the universe. About 150 years ago, Eta Carinae exploded as a giant supernova. It became the brightest star in the sky for a while. But somehow, someway, the star survived. It produced 2 lobes and a disk, all moving outward at a speed of 15 million miles per hour, or 670 kilometers per second. At 100 times more massive than our Sun, Eta Carinae may be one of the most massive stars in the galaxy. The Carina Nebula, NGC 3372, is a nebula surrounding Eta Carinae. It has a magnitude of 1 and contains 2 smaller nebulae within it. NGC 2808 is one of the most massive globular clusters in the galaxy. It has a magnitude of around 7 and is about 12.5 billion years old. NGC 2516 is the Diamond Cluster, a 3.8 magnitude open cluster. You can see it with the naked eye, and in binoculars or a telescope appears with nice clarity. Moving south in the sky, one cannot miss the spectacular Large Magellanic Cloud. It is huge and easily visible. The Large Magellanic Cloud is a satellite galaxy to the Milky Way. Astronomers believe it actually orbits around the Milky Way. The Large Magellanic Cloud is near the constellation Dorado.
Dorado was too far south for the ancients to see, so there are no myths associated with it. Bummer. It was named by Dutch explorers and means dolphin fish. The Large Magellanic Cloud was certainly seen by the ancient people living in the southern hemisphere, but was first noted by a Persian astronomer, Abd al-Rahman al-Sufi, in the year 964. Amerigo Vespucci mentioned it in 1503 on his 3rd voyage, but is named after the Portuguese navigator and explorer Fernando Magellan, who circled the globe in 1519 to 1522.
The Large Magellanic Cloud is filled with all the cool things astronomers love. There are over 30 billion stars, about 400 planetary nebulae, 60 globular clusters, 700 open clusters, and hundreds of thousands of giant and supergiant stars. The Spitzer Space Telescope has discovered over 1 million never-before-known objects in the cloud. The Large Magellanic Cloud is about 14,000 light-years across and is about 157,000 light-years away from us. It is also a treasure trove of old exploded stars with supernova remnants throughout it. In 1987, astronomers were able to witness a supernova explosion in the Large Magellanic Cloud. But it is also an incredible star-making machine. The Tarantula Nebula is located in the Large Magellanic Cloud and is the largest and most active star-forming region in all the local group of galaxies near our Milky Way. All this star-forming activity of excited hydrogen gas makes the Tarantula very luminous at a magnitude of 8. Will the Large Magellanic Cloud someday merge with our Milky Way? No one is sure. If it does, it will not happen for several billion years from now. But today, the Large Magellanic Cloud, with its proximity to us, and the fact that we can look directly into the galaxy itself, is providing astronomers with an incredible opportunity to study close up the objects found throughout the universe.
Now let's look for some planets.
Mercury will not be visible the first week of the month, but will become visible in the morning sky starting around the second week of the month.
Venus will be visible in the evening sky, moving from Aquarius to Pisces. On February 1st, Venus will appear 0.8 of a degree from Neptune, and on February 21st will appear a half degree from Mars.
Mars is in the evening sky in Pisces. On February 5th, Mars will be only 5 degrees from Venus, getting closer every day until the 21st, when it will be only a half degree from Venus.
Jupiter will be visible all night long between Cancer and Leo. Jupiter will be quite a sight this month. On February 6th, it will be the closest to Earth it will get this year and be at its brightest in the sky.
Saturn will be visible in the early morning in Scorpio.
Uranus will be in Pisces and visible right after sunset.
Neptune will be visible right after sunset the first part of the month. On the 1st, Neptune will be less than a degree from Venus.
Full moon is February 3rd, and new moon is February 19th. So check out the big dog in the sky, Canis Major. And if you're far enough south, take a ride on Argo. Wherever you are, there's always something cool to find in the night sky. Until next time, happy stargazing. Okay, Herc, move it. It's my turn.
Check out our other episodes in the Let's Explore Astronomy series at www.tedcookproductions.com/LEA.
You will find all kinds of cool astronomy topics there.